Hello, I am Recky J, and welcome back for another reaction with me, Recky. If you do enjoy the content you're about to watch, feel free to smack the like and, of course, hit subscribe. Today I found out over 90% of you guys watching are not hitting subscribe. That is very, very crazy that so many decides not to do that. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to support me, that's a great start to do that. Thank you. We're going to continue with the United States Army military, and we're going to continue the aircraft's journey. We had done two previous. Now is time for the next one. B-2 bomber. Almost swallowed my tongue there. We got a video from U.S. military news. This one is why no nation wants to fight the B-2 bomber. And I don't know a lot about the V2 or the B-2 bomber, I'm sorry. The only thing I really know, it looks like an alien vessel, basically, like an alien vessel. It looks fantastic. It doesn't look like it's human. We're going to find out how it works and why it's so feared. I don't know why. Well, I can get why, but I don't know why. It drops big-ass bombs, probably. That's going to be the main reason why it's feared. Before we do anything else, you guys can see the name that's going by here on screen. That's my channel members and my patrons. Thank you so much for the awesome support. Means frickin' everything. And we got a Supreme Tier Donator shout-out. David Bangtson, buddasquirrel, Southern Mom, Fran, Deja, and Peggy. Thank you so much for the awesome support. It means everything. If you want to join them, click join, or there's a Patreon link in the comment section. I got Instagram. It's an awesome link in the description as well. Go find it. Now, let's do this. Crank it up a bit. Oh, I got multiple.
Why no nation wants to fight the B-2 bomber. Should you venture out to one of the air shows periodically held near Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, you may be so fortunate to spot one of the world's most otherworldly aircraft, the Manta-like B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The Spirit-swept wings measure 52 meters across, half the length of a football field, and its cockpit bulges organically from the surface like that of a 1950s-era sci-fi spaceship, contrasting dramatically with the jagged, near 45-degree angles of its trailing edges. Why does the B-2 look so weird? And how does that help it evade radar? The Spirit was designed late in the Cold War to slip through the Soviet Union's formidable integrated air defense network, combining ground-based radars, surface-to-air missiles, and aerial interceptors and radar planes. Radars were a linchpin of any modern air defense system, so the Pentagon sought a stealth plane with such a minimal radar cross-section that it could only be detected at very short ranges. The Air Force's first stealth aircraft, the F-117 Nighthawk, was a promising start, but it could only carry 2 bombs over 900.
I wonder, I'm so curious how many bombs the B-2 bomber can carry. It's like 20? So this first plane here could only have 2.
Miles unrefueled, not far enough to deliver a strategic strike deep inside enemy territory.
That makes sense.
In the 1930s and 1940s, aviation engineers had experimented with flying wing designs like Nazi Germany's Horten Ho 229 and the US XB-35 and YB-49. Flying wings generate additional lift and, coincidentally, are conducive to low radar cross-sections because their flat surfaces minimize opportunities for radar waves to bounce off them. However, pure flying wings lack tail control surfaces, often leading to fatal aerodynamic instability. The B-2's design came at a turning point.
Oh, look! I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause it here. Look at how it looks. It's amazing. Look at how it looks. Look at there was one thing that catches my eye in an instant when it comes to this. He said mantis. I think he said mantis. I think it's a mantis I'm thinking of too. The eyes. This is the eyes over here. This is the nose and the wings. It looks fantastic. This might be the sexiest airplane known to man.
Wire controls were entering widespread use. These mediate a pilot's commands through an electronic interface rather than directly via hydraulics, allowing a computer to compensate for unstable flight characteristics. The Spirit's quadruple redundant system, for example, manipulates flaps on the wings and engine thrust differentially to perform turns that most aircraft would rely on tail rudders and elevators to perform.
Oh.
Jet engines are a common weak point in stealth designs as they feature radar-conspicuous fan blades and generate hot engine exhaust that lights up infrared sensors. To avoid this vulnerability, the Spirit's intakes are mounted on the top of the wings and funneled air through S-shaped ducts to 4 F-118 turbofans buried deep inside the plane. This configuration dampens both the B-2's acoustic and infrared signals.
That's just amazing. This airplane is virtually invisible for radar and infrared. It's just amazing. The technology is alien.
The Spirit furthermore employs secondary inlets that scoop up cold barrier air surrounding the bomber and mix it with the hot exhaust, which is then expelled over a flattened titanium carbon fiber surface to further diffuse the heat signature. Another key aspect of the B-2's low observability are radar-absorbent materials. The B-2's skin is already primarily made up mostly of non-conductive carbon graphite composite mixed with titanium. The most reflective areas, such as the intakes, flaps, and leading edges of the wings, are sprayed with additional radar-absorbent material coatings, which have been repeatedly tweaked over the years.
So he says spray. Is it like a paint? I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can see it. I know the windows for you guys is pretty small, but if you look above the windows here, you got this markings. It's like probably like a safety thing or the hatch for when they need to bail the airplane, but it just looks amazing. It's just so weird that this is the stealthiest B-2 bomber. Love it.
Furthermore, the skin is coated with an elastomer, an elastic rubber-like polymer meant to smooth away seams, screws, or joints between different materials, which might create a chink in its stealthy geometry. Altogether, these features reduce a B-2's radar cross-section to roughly 0.1 to 0.05 meters squared. Though most discreet from the front, the B-2 is designed to remain low observable from all angles, as it's intended to penetrate deep into enemy airspace.
If you didn't know, I have a podcast where I invite people that has been in service, military service, and there's a podcast where I talk to them. They share their story with us. If you are interested in listening to this, feel free to check the description for the link for the first episode.
Are camouflage for daytime as well as night strikes with non-reflective dark gray paint designed to blend in with the sky at distances of 23 miles or greater. The B-2 also sports special bays designed to release chemicals to obscure contrails. But those were never used operationally. Instead, the Spirit has a lidar sensor to detect contrails, giving the pilot a chance to change altitude to eliminate them. The Spirit is designed to fly across the globe while carrying 20 to 30 tons of weapons, but not to do exceptionally quickly. Its turbofans lack afterburners, which in any case would cause infrared and even radar signature to bloom.
Yep.
The Spirit's top speed is 630 miles per hour, which means it's a bit faster than a jumbo jet, while its range of 5,000 to 7,000 miles is usually multiplied by 2 to 4.
Man, I got goosebumps.
Using a pop-up hatch behind the cockpit. This has allowed B-2s to fly non-stop missions lasting nearly 2 days from Whiteman in Missouri to hit targets across the globe. A Spirit's cross-trained crew of 2, a mission commander and a pilot, enter the plane via a hatch in the belly. The bomber has room for 1 crew member to nap in shifts, as well as a toilet and space to store food in a microwave. Though Spirits routinely use GPS navigation, they can get along just fine if navigation satellites are knocked out by using a star-oriented inertial navigation system backed up by a terrain recognition-based system. Satellite links and very high-frequency radio allow the crew to receive mission updates, such as the cancellation of a planned target. When a B-2 bomber approaches defended airspace, it enters stealth mode, retracting antennas, cutting off certain communication links and even restricting the use of its flaps. If threatened by long-range radars and missiles over a wide area, it may descend to low altitude to reduce detection range. Its terrain following system, allowing the huge bomber to skim as low as 200 feet above the ground.
I wish he said it, didn't only say it in feet and inches and whatnots. I don't know what that is, and I need to Google that afterwards. So that is just sad, because I don't know what that is.
System, allowing the huge bomber to skim as low as 200 feet above the ground. Unlike the earlier Nighthawk, the B-2 bomber is equipped with an APQ-181 low probability of intercept radar that has been updated to an even stealthier active electronically scanned array model in 2010. Useful for navigation and scanning ground targets, it can also plot the position of hostile fighters and radars. That data is fed to the bomber's APR-63 defensive measure suite, allowing the mission commander to adjust the pre-programmed flight path to slip in between areas of dense radar coverage and avoid interceptors. Arguably, the latter pose the greatest threat to the B-2. Already low-bandwidth radars may detect the presence, but not the precise location of stealth aircraft. Should a hostile fighter close within a few dozen miles, the Spirit would be vulnerable to visual, infrared, and even radar detection. Lacking self-defense weapons or high speed, the B-2's odds of survival in that scenario would be pretty low.
Oh, yeah.
For its nuclear strike mission, still its most important role today, the B-2 can carry up to 16 B-61 or megaton yielded B-83 nuclear gravity bombs on the rotary launchers inside its two bomb bays. A Spirit's avionics are hardened versus the electromagnetic pulses generated by nuclear blasts, and the pilots are offered face masks to shield their eyes from the flash of detonation. However, the fall of the Soviet Union prompted the Air Force to hastily adapt the B-2 for conventional weapons delivery. An alternate rack system can accommodate up to 80 Mark 82 500-pound bombs, or an equivalent weight in cluster bombs, mines, or larger munitions. In the late 1990s, the B-2 was adapted to carry 2,000-pound JDAM GPS-guided weapons, which are accurate within a 20-foot radius and have served as its primary weapon ever since. The B-2 is also certified to carry long-range AGM-154 JSOW glide bombs, 80 miles, and AGM-158 JASSM stealth cruise missiles, 230 to 575 miles, to allow it to deliver standoff attacks without risking getting too close to increasingly powerful modern air defense radars. Most exotically, the B-2 is uniquely configured to deploy up to two massive 30,000-pound GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators designed to blast apart command bunkers up to 61 meters underground.
Oh my lord.
A capability meant to threaten decapitation of hostile foreign leaders and destruction of subterranean weapons facilities. The B-2's ability to deliver such devastating weapons deep within the most well-defended airspace make it a premium, highly specialized war machine without equivalent. At least unless China develops a decent H-20 stealth bomber. So far, B-2s have mostly leveraged their range and payload rather than stealth for actual combat operations. However, the Spirit's awesome firepower and low observable characteristics will never be tested in the kinds of high-intensity and likely nuclear-grade power conflict it was designed to fight.
I don't know why, but this is mesmerizing. It's so weird. Alright. First of all, US Military News, thank you so much for the amazing video. I'm gonna smack that subscribe in an instant, and I'm gonna like the video too. Right there. Right there. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I actually got like goosebumps for any kind of video like this. It's just a token of the power that United States hold when it comes to military force. I said this before, and I am super happy that the United States or friends of Sweden. Thank you. Will that be all, sir? You know what I mean. Goosebumps. Who the hell gets goosebumps for this type of videos? I do. I actually got some serious goosebumps. When he dropped the payload with those big ass bombs, there was 2 of them. I was in awe. That looked so, that was sexy. That was really sexy. I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed what you just saw. Smack the like if you did, of course. If there's any other weapon or anything that is American you want me to check out, please tell me in the comment section. Do not use any links. If there's a particular video you want me to check out, write the name of it. I copy and paste and search on YouTube. Links will get buried, and sometimes they actually disappear. Don't use them. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I am Recky. You stay safe.